It's time for the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour, with, from Benson, Didi Conn. From One Day at a Time, Michael Lembeck. From Airwolf, Alex Cohen. Jimmie Walker. Marie Martin. And the stars of the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour, Gene Rayburn and John Bowman.
Hey! Thank you. Okay. All right. Hey!
Look at this.
What's going on here?
That's great.
Well, we do have something. Thank you very much. You're a wonderful audience. Something special is going on at the moment. Just for your information, that we are taping this show. It happens to be Father's Day.
Right.
And this father is proud of his son, Sam, and wanted the whole world to see him. Okay, Sam.
Hi, Sammy Lembeck. Hi. Say hi to Gene. Say hi to Gene.
Put her there. Oh, he knows how to shake hands, too. All right, now, Father will hold my microphone.
Okay, my pleasure. Okay.
Sam, would you come with
Bye,
me?
Sam. Everybody say bye to Sam.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Sam. What are you doing with him?
Sam? I hope you can swim, Sam, because you're going into the canal.
Uh-oh. Ow.
All kids can swim. Watch this, how natural this kid is. Here we go! Goodbye, Sam.
I thought he brought the kid out to help him with the answers, though.
Oh, no, it would be like Charlie McCarthy and Edgar Bergen, and you couldn't tell which was the dummy in that case. Now... Oh. Did I get you, Michael? Right here. All right, you'll have a chance to retaliate.
And I will.
I know you will. Let's say hello to Susie Hampton and Asif Houdani.
Yeah.
Welcome. Now we want to find out a little bit about each of you, and Susie, will begin with you, please.
Okay, I'm a native Californian, presently from Upland. I have one handsome husband, 2 cute little boys, and I'm a part-time bookkeeper for a restaurant.
All right, Susie, welcome to Match
you.
Game here. Asif, is that the way you say your name?
That's exactly what I
All
said.
right. Where are you from and all that?
I'm originally of East Indian descent, but
East India?
Yes, I lived in England a long time, and I've been here for about 5 years going to school. I graduated from SC last year, and I work for a computer company now.
I didn't understand a word you said. Did you understand him? Now try one more time, Asif.
Okay, I am of East Indian descent. I lived in England a long time.
Ah.
I've been here for 5 years going to school, USC. I graduated last year, and I work for a computer company now.
All right. Good luck to both of you. We'll play the match game. 3 rounds is what we'll go. And the winner will go on to challenge our returning champion of Hollywood Squares, chance to win up to $30,000. Susie won the toss. She'll go first.
B, please.
Which?
B, please.
B. All right. Here it is. The music critic said,
Yeah.
boy, Marvin is the strangest punk rocker I ever saw.
Was he?
A little ragged, isn't it?
How strange are you?
I'd say instead of playing an electric guitar, he plays an electric blank.
Can you start over?
Yeah.
We're ragged as well.
The music critic said, boy, Marvin is the strangest punk rocker I ever saw. Instead of playing an electric guitar, he plays an electric blank.
I see.
Sure. I'll not only repeat it, I'll let you read it, Susie. We have no
Okay.
secrets from you. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Ready? Here we go, Susie. Boy, Marvin is the strangest punk rocker I ever saw. Instead of playing an electric guitar, he plays an electric blank.
Razor?
Electric razor is a good one. Electric razor is a good one. All right, Michael, you're up first.
Well, I figured since punks are kind of into S&M and violence and things like that. He plays an electric chair.
Electric chair.
Sure. On Father's Day, be kind.
Wait a minute.
Kind to me.
It's good.
It's a maybe a booable answer, but at least you could have given him a laugh to go along with it, because it was a funny answer.
Thank you.
It was an amusing answer. What do you say?
I said, I thought this was very hip, too, because I see them on Hollywood Boulevard. It's one of those nose pins they wear through their nose. It's horrible. Sid
Plays an
Vicious.
electric nose
Sid
pin?
Vicious. Have you... Hey! We can get a new crowd in here. We don't need this. Thank you, Mike.
Stay standing. I'm going to need this. Go ahead.
Why? Did you come up with a bad one, too?
You want to see it?
Yeah.
Nose pin.
You said nose pin.
Stand up.
Hey!
All right.
Look at Bauman. He's already on.
Susie, so far your answer is really terrific.
Oh, thank you.
What do you got?
Ain't no pin big enough to service my nose. I didn't say nose pin. I said an electric eel.
Now there's a good one. All right.
I
Yes,
think I hang out with the same kind of people as Jimmie and Alex, because I said pin.
Ooh, look
Safety,
Safety pin. All right. An electric safety pin.
I was thinking of
Now she
razor.
gets her hand.
No, I said a comb. I don't know.
An electric
why.
comb.
I don't like that.
Now there's your round one question, and now let's see what we have for us. See if you're ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Dumb Donald is so dumb. That's an improvement, I'd say. He thinks that blank and blank are a comedy team. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's what we're here for. I like that.
Copying is allowed.
Copying's allowed in this class.
Yeah.
I'm finished. Go ahead.
Didi, take your time, okay? Just take your time. There's no. Don't worry about a thing.
Uh-oh, that's terrible.
Somebody help her.
She's got one, but it's
Stinks.
okay.
All right, Anne-Marie.
Okay.
Asif, are you ready? Wait a minute. As soon as she's finished writing.
Okay.
Dumb Donald is so dumb, he thinks that blank and blank are a comedy team.
Sonny and Cher.
Sonny and Cher. Well, you know, they were kind of a quasi-comedy
Good idea.
team. At least he used to think he was funny. I'm only kidding. No, but they used to do comedy sketches and so
Yeah.
forth. Yeah.
Oh, no.
All right.
Well, I looked at it this way. I think that sex is funny, so I went Masters and Johnson.
Masters and Johnson.
Right?
Asif, a college student, could have thought of that. Jimmie.
I had an answer that I figured was too hip for the room, so I didn't say it. At first, I was going to say Novak and Evans, but it's too hip for the crowd.
Oh, yes.
Then I said Masters and Johnson, borrowing Michael's answer, of course.
Right. Novak and Evans and Novak is good. All right.
Well, being pure of mind and heart.
Spick and span.
Spick and span.
That's good.
That is good.
Very good answer. Very good. All right, John.
I came up with this answer completely on my own. I didn't even need help from a surrogate. Masters and Johnson.
Aha. Got a lot of those so far. Anne-Marie?
Close. Johnson and Johnson?
Johnson and Johnson. Another good one.
Oh, God. I was thinking of frickin' Frack and Reagan and Bush, and then I thought of Johnson and Johnson.
All right. So there's round one. Very difficult questions for both of you. We'll go to the easier one, round two, right after this for you. Go with round two. Now, since the score is tied and she went first last time, you're up now.
A, please.
A for Asif.
Okay.
Does
All
that
right.
mean anything in
Yes.
East India?
I think it means storm in Arabic. I don't think.
Storm?
Yeah. I
Okay.
create a storm wherever I go.
Doesn't look like a storm to me. It looks kind of calm. All right, here it is. Jerry said, I'll never go back to that horrible nightclub. Not only were the waitresses topless and bottomless, they were also blankless. Alex, we are waiting.
Nice
Is your
try.
mind working? Thank you.
That's his birthright.
Asif, Jerry said, I'll never go back to that horrible nightclub. Not only were the waitress topless and bottomless, they were also blankless.
Mindless.
Mindless is a good answer, Asif. Mindless, says the college student.
Asif says mindless, and I think in the inherent wisdom of our panel that they'll see that we went the same way.
Brainless? How about that? Yes. There's one. What do you say, Jimmie?
At first, I was going to say brainless, but I put a cross through it, an X through it. She didn't want me. She made sure Joyce says, don't. I scratched it out. Then I said toothless.
Ah, that's a funny one. Alex?
Being a dentist, I said toothless.
All right, doctor.
Funny.
Asif is looking for mindless.
He's found it here. Brainless.
Right. 2 for him. Anne-Marie.
How about our...
Well, I don't think these girls were very attractive. They were hairless.
Aha. Had to be a great sight to be waited on by a topless, bottomless, bald waitress.
Who was also mindless.
Mindless. 3 for Asif. Asif, you did very well, you round shoes. Susie, a little catching up to do. Old man Periwinkle said, who cares about Jane Fonda? We have our own workout here at the home. We just lay on the floor and blank to the music.
There's so many great answers.
Oh! That's
Probably the right one, isn't it?
That's a good one. Yeah.
that's the answer. That's the answer. I'm gonna
All set.
I like this one.
Here we go, Susie. Old man Periwinkle said, you're married. He says, who cares about Jane Fonda? We have our own workout here at the home. We just lay on the floor and blank to the music.
Rock, like rock, back and forth.
Really?
In there. No, it's bad answer. Oh, boo. Oh, I thought that was a good one.
She showed
They
such...
love you, Susie. They love you. What a
She
crowd,
showed
huh?
such promise, didn't she?
Susie, I think they like to sleep to the music.
Sleep. Yeah.
I was thinking...
Sleep or breathe would be the 2 good ones here.
Rock was it? Just I want to go to the judges on this because I think I got a shot at this one. I said wiggle to the music.
Hey, wiggle.
Wiggle's a rocker, baby.
No. No, wait a minute.
Hey,
Wiggling
man, who are these cats back there?
Wiggling and rocking are 2 different things.
Hey.
Alex?
Sleep.
Sleep it is. That seems to be the answer, Susie. John, have you got it?
Seems to be more and more. Sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Panel's going to sleep on you, Susie.
Yeah, I know.
Those old guys are tired. They won't sleep.
Yeah. The other good answer would have been breathe.
Yeah.
Breathe
Yeah.
or sleep would have been.
I think mine was rocking while he was sleeping.
Aha.
All right.
So there's round 2. 3-0. Asif is ahead. We'll go to the 3rd and final round right after this. Here we go with the 3rd and final round. Asif, you're ahead. You go first.
I'll take A, please, again.
A.
Yeah.
A it is. Jimmie said, when I was born, my parents kept me in a pond.
Oh, dear.
For years, I thought I was a blank. Jimmie, Alex, and Anne-Marie. All right, Anne-Marie. Asif. Jimmie said, when I was born, my parents kept me in a pond. For years, I thought I was a blank.
Fish.
A fish is what he says. All right. Find out if that works. The audience seems to like it. Jimmie?
I was going to say fish, but I crossed that out. Frog.
Frog. What did he got for us?
Beat up.
Ribbit. Hello, darling.
Well, I kind of said it at first, but then I crossed out guppy and said frog.
All right. Now, Susie gives you a chance to catch up here. You need 3 to tie. However, you get 4, you'll win the game.
Let's rock and roll.
Here we go. Fat Frida's so fat. When she wears leather, she looks like a blank.
thinking?
I'm taking it.
Go ahead. Take it.
Anne Marie, honey, you ready?
Oh, honey, I'm trying.
All right. Susie is thinking about it. Has she come up with one yet, or you want me to tap dance a little while you're thinking?
I think I have one.
Fat Frida's so fat when she wears leather, she looks like a...
Leather couch.
A couch. Is
That
a good one? Yeah.
Good answer.
It's a good answer. I think it's a match.
You like that one?
Oh, yeah, I like it. I was going to say couch, but I crossed it out. And instead I said beanbag.
A beanbag.
A beanbag.
What do you got?
I think beanbag's the same as a couch, isn't it?
No.
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 Bags.
What do you got there?
A whale.
A whale.
Leather whale.
Leather whale.
Now you got to match the bottom tier. The best you can do is achieve a tie. Susie, here we go, John.
You know, I was going to say couch. So I said couch.
All right. Either one to score.
She's got more looks.
Well, I started to say couch, but I spelled it wrong and put cow. Then I put couch.
There it is. One more will tie the game.
Well, I want to hear a big, loud applause for Cow.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Now, we're going to go to the tie-breaking question, which is right here, and which I shall read to you. Henry blank. Henry, Henry blank. I'll come to you for verbal responses in a few moments.
Henry blank.
But right now, I want to point out to the contestants that here in front of them, but out of sight of the stars, are 4 pretty good responses to that, Henry blank. And your seats were chosen by lot, so Asif, you'll go first. Tell me by number, 1, 2, 3, or 4, which of these answers you would like.
I'll take number 1, please.
You want number 1, you've got that one. And Susie, of the remaining ones, which would you like? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
I'll take 4, please.
You'll take 4. All right, now I'm going to go over and canvass the stars, get verbal responses from them. As soon as you hear your answer, please let me know. Michael, how would you fill in that blank? Henry Kissinger, he says. No, that's not up there on the board at all, and neither one of them has it. Jimmie?
Henry
One
VIII.
answer. Henry VIII. It's up on the board, but neither one of them has that.
Well,
Alex?
Ford.
Henry Ford.
Who other Henrys are there?
There are
Come on,
lots
there's
of
more.
Henrys.
There are a lot of other Henrys. John, what's your Henry?
Fonda.
Fonda! Asif has Henry Fonda.
Congratulations.
Down there. You had Henry Winkler is what she had. Yeah. Down over here, if you would, please. Susie, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you. I had a great time.
Good. We're going to send you some gifts from the match
Okay,
game. Susie
thank
Hampton,
you.
ladies and gentlemen. Hey, congratulations to you. Now we're going to switch over to Hollywood Squares. Here comes the rest of our set. 3 more stars will make an appearance in a moment. John and I will trade places. Lots more excitement coming along. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
A member of our studio audience will receive Duquesne's gas grill in a colorful cabinet, American-made, featuring 3 burners, 2 for grilling, 1 for rotisserie, and the steel cooking grid designed to hold heat more efficiently, furnished by Duquesne. Now it's time for more of the match game. Hollywood Squares, our with from Dallas, Audrey Landers. Marty Cohen. Judy Landers. And taking over the star of the Hollywood Squares, John Bowman.
I forgot myself. We'll be back in a minute to play Hollywood Squares. Now can I go?
And now, John Bowman and the Hollywood Squares.
Thank you, Gene Wood. Welcome, everybody, back. And welcome back to Asif Houdini. You got me confused when you said it's not Houdini and it's no relation. I almost got it mixed up myself. Asif studies at USC and also at
I graduated last year.
Okay, so you graduated, but you're still taking some credits, you said.
Yeah, I'm taking 10 units in computer classes right now.
In computer classes, and he might as well have been studying matching from the way he managed his way through the match game and into Hollywood Squares. We have 3 brand new celebrities also joining us. They are Audrey Landers, Marty Cohen, and Judy Landers. What's wrong with this picture?
I feel like a Landers sandwich. Yes, I do. This is a good time.
What's it like up there, Marty?
It's warm, John. It's very warm, and it's wonderful. And you go ahead and do the game, and we'll get with you when we can. Okay, we're a little busy now. All right, the ladies and I must talk. Really, we'll get back to you later.
Okay, thanks all of you for coming. And why don't you and I zip over here, Asif, and play Hollywood Squares? Here we go. We will reacquaint ourselves with our defending champion, whose name is Pamela Dickey, correct?
Yes.
Her total so far, $2,475. Congratulations. So, what do you think? Having fun so far?
Yes.
Yes.
A lot of fun.
A considered response. You did get into you won the super match yesterday, but didn't get into the big money was really what happened. Why don't you tell us, you certainly make a lovely picture, why don't you just give us your resume briefly? Tell us about your life.
I was born in Omaha, Nebraska, and I've been out here for 11 years, and I'm working as a surgical nurse.
Mm-hmm. And you're working pretty well here on Match Game Hollywood Squares hour so far. Let's see if that keeps up today. We're going to play this game until you hear the time's up bell, and whoever's ahead at that point will go on to play Super Match, which can be worth up to $30,000. First game's always worth $100, $25 for every square. Pamela, because you're the champ, you will get to pick the first star and start us off.
Jimmie, please.
Jimmie Walker in the center square.
Yes.
Who buys more pickles, Jimmie? Rich people or poor people?
Oh, my goodness. Well, you can have a pickle sandwich if you're poor, but rich people just like to have them, like, laying around. Yeah, like we have a pickle, man. If you're not hungry, you take a pickle. I think rich people would have more time to have them, just like around, man. It's like poor people are like trying to grub down. I have time for pickles, man.
Jimmie's saying that rich people buy more pickles. Agree or disagree, Pamela?
I'll agree.
Rich people buy more pickles. You're right to agree, and you get the first square.
She's starting to feel the warmth now.
Our producer said Joe Newsy said they have a bigger pickle budget, which I thought was a great way of putting it. Asif, pick a star for an O.
Didi, please.
All right, Didi Conn.
Okay.
You're trying to potty train your child.
Potty train.
Right. Not party train, potty train.
Okay.
You're trying to potty train your child. Can running the faucet in the sink help inspire him?
Well, that and singing Tinkle, Tinkle, Little Star. No.
We'll write the questions, Didi.
Yes, it can.
Can
sure.
running
it
the
gets
faucet...
the mood of water coming out and...
She doesn't even want the other choice, which is, will it interrupt his concentration? She says, absolutely, it helps inspire him. Agree or disagree, Asif?
I'll agree.
Running the faucet in the sink can help inspire your child. Yes, you're right to agree, and you get an O. So it's an X and an O up there for you, Pamela Champ. Pick a star.
Audrey, please.
Audrey Landers.
Okay.
Can you actually get a pedicure in Russia? Or is that considered the height of Western decadence?
Well,
I'll get it.
hey, Marty.
Just doing her nails. Just doing her nails.
Well, actually, getting back to pedicures,
Yes.
I think there are many pedicurists who come from Russia. They're trained in Russia, so they must be able to get a pedicure in Russia.
She says you can get a pedicure in Russia. What do you say, Pamela? Agree or disagree?
I agree.
You can get a pedicure in Russia. You are right to agree, and you can get a square. Yes, you can get a pedicure in Russia. A carton of milk is another question. But a pedicure, no problem. We'll be back in just a minute to finish our $100 game with any luck.
Stay tuned for more of the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour. And now, back to John Bauman and the Hollywood Squares.
50 for the champ, 25 for the challenger. What that means in a nutshell is that it's early in the day. Asif, it's your move, and you're playing O.
I'll pick Judy, please.
Judy Landers.
I'm with you, Asif.
Are all ladybugs ladies, or are there men ladybugs?
there are definitely men ladybugs. Otherwise, how would there be more ladybugs? They'd be extinct.
She says there are men ladybugs. Agree or disagree, Asif?
I'll agree.
There are men ladybugs. Yes, you were right to agree, and you get the square.
Asking plans?
Sure. Well, no, that's not that certain, much of a certainty there, because there are such things as peacocks and peahens, for instance.
The men ladybugs have no spots.
No, they're pink.
They have no spots. Don't argue with me.
Pamela, your move.
Alex to block.
All right. You missed this one. The first game goes to Asif. What are there more of, Alex? People in New Jersey or horses' heads in the world?
Alex. There, if you were talking about other parts of a horse, it'd be easy to answer.
Well, I am, in fact. Let me clear that up right now, Alex. Now that you've correctly perceived the humor of the question, let me clear up that we do mean the whole horse, in fact.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are more people in New Jersey than horses in the world.
Okay. Agree or disagree to block, Pamela?
I disagree.
There are more horses' heads in the world, yes, and horses in the world, and you were right to disagree, and you get the square. Yes. There are 75 million horses in the world, only about 7.5 million people in New Jersey. And that kind of covered up a very strange strategic maneuver you made in your choices of X's and O's before, but it's past now. Asif, your move for an O.
Michael to block, please.
Yes, sir.
All right. Montpelier, Vermont recently held this contest.
Was that Montpelier, Vermont?
Yes.
Yes, I just...
Recently held this contest for the 8th year in a row. Is the city's popular event the annual Rotten Sneaker Contest,
which Jimmie's very familiar with.
Yes, I know that one.
or the annual Maple Syrup Wet T-Shirt Contest?
You left out tar and feather, didn't you?
Very gooey.
I think the maple syrup wet T-shirt poster girls are with us today, are they not? Are the maple syrup girls? You got to go with the syrup in Vermont. Maple syrup in Vermont, the wet maple syrup T-shirt.
He says it was the annual Maple Syrup Wet T-Shirt Contest. Agree or disagree, Asif?
I agree.
Montpelier, Vermont recently held the Rotten Sneaker Contest. You should have disagreed with Michael Lembeck. Your opponent gets that square and wins the first game. The Rotten Sneaker Contest. Sounds great. Boy, I'm sorry I missed it the last 8 years. Where have I been? Pamela, good for you. You have won the first game, but it's early yet. Sweep the X's and O's off the board. We'll start a $200 game. We always start it with the person who lost the last one. That is you, Asif. Pick a star.
Jimmie Walker, please.
Jimmie Walker, once again.
You can say anything you say.
As a young female baboon,
Yes.
what would you be most likely to do if you came upon a baby baboon from your troop? Would you?
I was going to put down true, but then I put an extra. No, go ahead.
Would you cradle it in your arms?
Yeah.
Or kick it around like a beach ball?
The obvious answer is cradle in your arms, but I'm going to say kick it around like a beach ball because I know that in this wild and crazy and wacky show are the kind of questions that Joel and our crackerjack producers sit around writing all day. So I'm going to say kick it around like a balloon.
He says that female baboon would kick a baby baboon around like a beach ball. Agree or disagree, Asif?
I'll agree.
The female baboon would cradle the baby baboon in her arms. You should have disagreed with Jimmie. And your opponent gets the first square in the $200 game.
It,
Do not
but I didn't
despair.
go with it.
Pamela Dickey, your move.
Gene, please.
Gene Rayburn.
Yes.
For an X. When Gary Hart was campaigning in Iowa, what did he do when he was presented with a baby?
Cradle it around.
I've never seen it before.
That's why he's losing the election now. That baby kicking incident slowed him down.
What did he do when he was presented with a baby?
Would you guys stay out of my question?
Did he say, all babies look like Walter Mondale, and kiss it? That's all one thought. Or instead, did he shake the baby's hand?
Ha! I don't remember this incident in the news, so this is going to be a pure guess on my part. Why would, let's see now, let me just logic this out here. Why would he say all babies look like Walter Mondale and then kiss it? A little touch of humor there, get a laugh, and poke fun at his opponent? No, that might lose him some votes. I think he probably just shook the baby's hands, changed a diaper, and went on his way.
He says he just shook the baby's hand. Gary Hart did agree or disagree. Pamela?
I'll agree.
Gary Hart shook the baby's hand. Yes, you're right to agree, and you get the square. He's dynamic. We'll be back to complete the $200 game right after these messages. Let's all be there. 250, 250. 250 versus 50. Which means there's a $200 difference, and we're in a $200 game. That's very simple. Everything would point to that you could easily tie it up here, Asif, except she's got a bunch of X's on the board. Pick a star for an O.
Judy to block, please.
Judy Landers. You missed this one. It's a pretty big lead for Pamela.
Come on, Judy.
What was the winning word in the recent 57th National Spelling Bee? Was it supercalifragilistic or luge?
Okay, I saw this on television recently. Okay, it was luge.
Agree or disagree, Asif? She says the winning word was luge.
I disagree.
The winning word in the 57th National Spelling Bee was, in fact, luge. You should have agreed. Your opponent gets the square and wins the game. Yeah, luge. Luge is a one-man sled. Do you know what those are? Yeah.
You lose.
Pretty dangerous. More dangerous even than the spelling bee.
You big loser.
Pamela, you do not lose. You win, but we'll take the X's off of the board and start the $300 game. She's got a big lead, but you can still do it. We got time. Asif, pick a star. You have to be efficient.
Jimmie Walker, please.
Jimmie.
I thought we had him last time, but what the hey?
Can you still be hanged in England? Or don't they hang criminals there anymore?
That's a big issue in England, capital punishment. I don't think they hang, destroy people or whatever you want to call it. I don't think they do that anymore in England. But it's on the books, but they don't do it.
Agree or disagree, Asif?
I agree.
They don't hang criminals there anymore. You are right to agree, and you get the first square in this game. They do not hang criminals, just economists. Pamela, pick a star.
I'll go with Jean again.
Gene Rayburn.
I'll be glad to go with you.
On their 1983 income tax return, how do Ronald and Nancy Reagan list their occupations? As U.S. President and First Lady, or as politician and housewife?
I always loved the way Franklin Roosevelt called himself a farmer on his tax return, because he had a tree farm up in Hyde Park, New York. They list themselves either as the President and First Lady or
politician and housewife.
Politician and housewife.
I'm sorry, your time is up.
No.
Pick one.
I go for the other one.
The other one?
President and First Lady.
He says they list themselves as President and First Lady. Agree or disagree, Pamela?
I agree.
They list themselves as U.S. President and First Lady. If you got it, flaunt it. You're right to agree, and you get the square.
They list themselves as present.
Asif.
Didi, please.
Didi Conn.
Yeah?
From Benson.
I got such a chill.
Didi, you stole something valuable from a store, and now, plagued with guilt, you want to make amends.
I flush it down the toilet. No.
According to Billy Graham,
Yeah.
is it perfectly okay to send the item back anonymously? Or do you have to show up in person and take your lumps?
I would say show up in person and take your lumps and bumps.
Pull over, Didi.
I agree with her.
Asif agrees, and Billy Graham says you should show up in person and take your lumps. Right to agree, and you get the square. Pamela.
Audrey to block.
Aha, the tables have slightly turned. You missed this one. Asif takes the game, and he's right back in it. Audrey Landers, you just got a bunch of cut roses, and you want to keep them fresh as long as possible.
Okay.
According to the Rose Information Bureau, is it a good idea to keep them in the freezer? Or would that nip those babies right in the bud?
I think that it would be okay to leave them in the refrigerator, but I think it would be too cold in the freezer. So I would say you shouldn't put them in the freezer.
Don't put them in the freezer. What do you say, Pamela, to block?
I agree.
You should not keep them in the freezer. You are right to agree. You get the square, and you do block. You are in bloom. Pick a star, Asif.
Michael, please, to block.
Aha.
Who, me?
Yes,
Michael Lembeck to block. He
Yes,
misses-
John, you picture of Dorian Gray, you.
Michael, Ann Landers says it is mainly because of this that teenage sexual promiscuity has increased over the last 30 years? Is it the pill or the car?
Teenage promiscuity over the last 30 years. Well, there wasn't the pill 30 years ago. I would say the car. I would say the back seat is, in the Smithsonian for that reason. The back seat is an institution in this country, Asif.
Agree or disagree, Asif?
I disagree.
To block.
I disagree.
Ann Landers says it is mainly because of the car.
Yes.
You should have agreed with Michael. Your opponent gets that square, wins that game, and has a pretty big lead. Yeah. That may be a function of not having been in this country that long, strangely enough. I think most of us felt that in our hearts. $850 for the champ, $100 for the challenger, but there is still time. Take the X's and O's off of the board, and let's try to win some money, Asif. Pick a star. Start us off in a $400 game.
Marty, please.
Marty Cohen.
Oh, my heart goes a pitter-patter, Asif. I can't even believe it. Go ahead.
What happens to ant eggs that are not fertilized?
You can't eat them.
Do they develop into male ants, or are they more likely to become Chinese sandwich spread?
You mean like Chinese people eat ant-flavored Velveeta? What are you telling me? What?
Well, I mean, people eat fish eggs or caviar.
Oh, that's true.
Fish
Fish eggs or caviar. So ant eggs could likely be
yeah.
Chinese spread.
Sure.
Or if they're really fertilized carefully, they could just be somebody's lawn eventually. But I would say, I have no idea, John. What was the question again? Shoot.
Beats me.
Jump ball.
No, these...
I've been up here for so long without being called that the brain just went to like the Twilight Zone.
You'll live. Non-fertilized ant eggs either develop into male ants or they're more likely to become Chinese sandwich spread.
Unfertilized ant eggs do become food. It's a delicacy in China.
Disagree, Asif.
I agree.
Ant eggs that are not fertilized become male ants. Is that unbelievable?
They're really delicious.
You should have disagreed. Your opponent gets that square. Male ants. All right, time is up. She has done it. $875. Pamela Dickey is still our champ. Good work. Very good day for you. All right, now here's what you do. Zip your way over there. Join Gene. Get set for your shot at the big money. See, this is second day in a row. She has really played pretty well. And you played decently yourself. I'm sorry we can't send you home with a little bit more than this, but it ain't bad. $100 and our thanks for Asif Houdani. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
You're very bright. Gene, take it away.
Here we are with a new, well, this is her second day here. She's kind of the old champ now. Gonna have another go at the big dough right after this message for you.
And now, here to play the super match is Gene Rayburn.
Here we are with the champ. Pamela, you ready?
Yes.
All right. Yesterday you did well up to a certain point. You had a hard one yesterday, but let's see what happens today. You could win up to $30,000 here. We polled an audience not too long ago and said, write down your best answer to this. Blank teeth. Now, if you choose the answer that they wrote down most frequently, it'll be $1,000 for you. For the second most popular, $500. For the third, $250. Now, let's see what answers are going to come from our stars. Whom do you call on?
John.
Now you got one with a whole mess of good ones. I'm going to say false teeth.
All right, there's one good one.
Didi.
Didi, have you got one?
Baby teeth.
All right.
Jimmie.
Now she picks on me when I don't have. No, clean teeth. How about clean teeth?
Clean teeth is what his answer.
Hey!
They took the good ones.
Hey, there's a million better answers than that,
False
Walker.
and baby. You want
You had
one of
no
those
wisdom
or
to
one of
say
your
that.
own?
I like false teeth.
Yeah.
False teeth. All right, let's find out if false teeth is up there, and if so, where. We'll begin down at the bottom and first reveal the $250 response. Buck teeth.
That's what I meant, buck teeth.
Right.
Teeth.
All right, the next one says white teeth.
What?
I told you to say black teeth. It's probably the number one answer.
Now,
I think Pamela wore
Black teeth.
here's the last
Black
chance
teeth.
for false teeth, Pamela.
black.
Slide it,
Black
Steve.
teeth.
Yeah, very good, Pam.
I thought it was going to be black
right.
teeth for sure.
You got the big one there. Now, let's see if you can keep it rolling. You're going to play the head-to-head match with any star of your choosing. Make your choice. I'll ask the star to reveal a hidden number, and we'll all hope it's a 30. What do you say?
John.
Well, he hasn't had it in about 4 or 5 days now. It's purely a
Had a run
random
of them,
thing.
yeah.
Who knows?
Well, it could be any place.
It could be any place. A 20. You're playing for $20,000. 20,000. All right. You're going to face me, and John will write his response to this. No help, please. Tap blank. T-A-P blank. Tap blank. John's ready, Pamela. You match him, you collect the $20,000. What do you put in that blank?
Dancer.
Wait,
All right. Would you say your answer again?
Dancer.
Tap dancer. All right. John?
I went for the absolute lowest common denominator, the shortest version of it, which was tap dance. Let's see.
All right.
All right!
Ah, it's a
Oh, it's okay.
She's got $24,350. Congratulations. We'll be back with Pamela and the Stars for a final word right after this. All right. Now, what do you say we reveal the big number here, which celebrities would just grab your
Good
tabs.
idea.
Ready, set, go.
Yank your tabs. And we're, it's Alex anyway.
Ford had it today.
Alex. Makes
So we
sense.
congratulate you, Pamela. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Gene Rayburn inviting you to join us tomorrow.
John Bauman saying so long for the match game, Hollywood Squares era. See you then. It's the same route. It makes sense.
A member of our studio audience will receive Jules Jurgensen, elegantly styled watches, ladies quartz analog with rectangular case, 6 diamonds and mesh bracelet, plus a gents quartz analog day date and a carat-clad case with matching bracelet furnished by Jules Jurgensen. This is Gene Wood speaking for the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour. A Mark Goodson television production.